Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will be looking up into other steps of setting up our GitHub Actions. So as you can see here, our next step is Dockerizing the application. So what we will be doing in this video is Dockerizing the application and using Docker file to push the code to Git Google Container Registry and set up our cluster in Google Kubernetes Engine. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it. So to Dockerize our application, we require a Docker file. The Docker file is basically a file that the Docker container will use to convert the application into a Docker image. So go to your root directory and create a new file called Docker file. And in this, we will add few commands. First, the command will be the image that we want to fetch. So basically for our application, we want to use JDK 1.8. So the image that we will be using will be OpenJDK 8 and that is what we need to define. So for that we just write from OpenJDK 8 JDK Alpine. This is the thing that we will be specifying for it to fetch the OpenJDK 8 image. So this is 1.8 version. Next, as you know, we are exposing our service on localhost 8089. So basically the port is 8089. So this is the port that we want to expose for our Docker image. So it will be 8089. Next, we want to specify which jar image or jar file we will be using to execute the image. So basically the image needs to run, but we need to specify something that is executable. So our jar file that is finally created in our target folder is what we will be using. So to do that, write arg java or jar file is equals to target slash. So the name of the jar file that the final file is created is your artifact ID hyphen your version. So we'll just copy paste this so that there is no spelling mistake. Docker file, and we'll paste this also after a hyphen and at the end jar. So this is the final jar that will be created in the target folder, which is actually executable. So we need to add this jar file that we created. So this is the default parameter that we are providing if there is no build arguments provided. So if you want to change the target snapshot or the target jar file that is being executed, you can give the argument in your during the build time of Docker file. That we'll see when we write the pipelines.yaml file. So we want to add this jar file into app.jar so that it's easier for us to execute it. And the last thing that we need to provide is the entry point for the Docker run. So the entry point for Docker run will be exec java -jar /app.jar. So this is the command that will actually execute the app.jar or our jar file that we have created. So that's all for the Docker file that you need to write. Now let's move on to the next step. After adding jar file, the next thing that we need to do is set up our Google account. So I have already set it up. You can just move on to console.cloud.google.com, and here you need to sign up and you need to provide your credit card or debit card detail. It will only charge you ₹1, but it will give you the account for 30 days trial with I think around 21,000 rupees or $300. So here all we need to do is we need to create a new project and we'll name this project as GitHub Actions GKE, the same name that we had given for our application, GitHub Actions GKE. So this is our project name. So I'll create it, let it create, and it's still creating. We'll wait till it creates. So here we need to do two things. First, we need to set up our cluster there where we will be pushing, and the next thing that we want to do is we want to provide passwords or secrets to our GitHub account. So we'll see that now. So let's wait for, yeah, it is done. So the first thing that we'll do is we'll create a cluster, move to Kubernetes engine and cluster. The API is being enabled. So by that time, let's move on to our GitHub. And you can see there are no repositories. So I'll create a new repository and it will be GitHub Actions GKE. So this is the repository that we will be using. So we already have an existing repository. All we need to do is we need to initialize a Git repository in this. So we will move to terminal, and here I'll just write git init. It will initialize an empty Git repository and we'll add everything to this. It added. Now the next thing is I want to add the remote origin URL. So I'll just copy paste this line and paste it here so that it sets the remote origin URL. So now I want to commit, git commit message is initial commit for GKE. GitHub Actions GKE. Press enter, and you can see we are on the branch main. So you can just write this to verify whether we are on the right branch or not. So it checked out to this branch. And the last thing is we need to do is to push code to our URL. So it's pushing and it's pushed. Let's refresh this. So once your repository is created and you have your Google Cloud up and running, create a new cluster. So we'll name this GitHub Actions GKE. Rest all details you can let it be. If you want to change anything, you can go ahead and change in default pool and anything else. But for our basic app, we will be keeping everything as simple as possible. So it will be GitHub Actions GKE. So we'll create. It'll take some time for it to create. So the next step will be to add 2 of the secrets into our error-drawn code into a repository where which secrets will be fetched by the pipelines.yaml file to connect to your Google Cloud account or to your cluster basically. So the first thing that you will need to do is you need to go to your IAM and go to service accounts and choose any one of these service accounts. I only have one, so I'll just add use this. So for actions, what I'll do is I'll create key, and this JSON key is what I'll create, and click on create. So it'll say save. So I'll save it and open it. All you need to do is copy paste whatever is there in this file and head on to your repository. Go to settings, your repository settings, and click on secrets. Create a new repository secret and name it as GKE key and paste this. So this will be the certificate that will be used to authenticate your request from your account or your GitHub actions to the cluster. So this is the account that will be used, and this is the certificate. As you can see, there is a certificate. So this is what will be used to connect. So you add this secret, and another secret that you need is go back to your Kubernetes engine cluster, and basically you don't need your Kubernetes engine. You can go to home, dashboard, and you can see the project ID. This is what you need. Copy paste this, create a new secret, name it as GKE project, and save it. So this secret is one time only. You cannot view this secret once you have created. If you want to update, it won't show you your value. So this is how it maintains the security of the secret. So you can go back, you can see we have 2 of our secrets created, and we have our cluster up and running. I hope so. Let's go ahead and check. Not compute engine, Kubernetes engine, and yeah, we have our cluster up and running. So all that is left is to create the actual pipelines.yaml in our GitHub workflows file. So let's see how to do that. So now it's the time to set up our GitHub Actions workflow. To set up GitHub Actions workflow, we need a specific folder structure. So head to your root directory, and inside your root directory, create a new directory called .github. And inside this GitHub, we'll have another directory called workflows. So this is the directory where you will specify all your workflows. And inside this, we'll create a new file. We will be creating a new file called pipelines.yaml. You can name it anything, it's up to you. And I want it to be added to the Git automatically. So here is what you will define all your pipelines, all your workflows that you want to set up. First, we'll provide a name to this workflow, which will be build and deploy to GKE. So this is what we will be providing the name, and next we want to provide a event, a particular event which will trigger this workflow. So for our case, we will provide on, and on is the keyword used to check for which event you want to trigger this workflow. For our case, it will be any push to branch main, which will be an array. So here on push to main branch, I want to execute this pipelines.yaml workflow. So you can confirm the branch where you want to specify the workflow. You can choose any branch. For our case, we only have one branch, main branch. So here is where we'll define our workflow, and push on which branch you want to do needs to be specified, branches, and inside branches is what you need to define your main branch. So push trigger event on which branch. So that is the right syntax. You can put multiple branches if you have multiple branches, that is all up to you. So next thing is what we'll set up our environment variables. So for our environment variables, the first variable that we will set up is the project ID. And our project ID will be nothing but the secret that we had created in our GitHub account. So to access a secret created in our GitHub account, all we need to do is need to put 2 flower brackets out, and we need to write secrets dot the name of the secrets that we had created. So the name of our secret is GKE project. So secrets.gke_project. And the next environment variable that we need is the cluster name. So the GKE cluster. So our GKE cluster will be the cluster where our cluster is actually running, the location of the cluster. So we'll just copy paste this location and paste it here. Make sure you have spaces and indentation is all correct. And the next we will need is GKE_zone. So which zone is it hosted? So the location is the zone, and your cluster is the name of the cluster. Sorry for that mistake. So you copy paste this cluster name and put it here. So this is the cluster name, and GKE zone is the zone name, which is the location. So the next is the deployment name. The name of the deployment that you need. Deployment name. So the name that you want your deployment to be. So for our case, it will be GitHub Actions GKE deployment. You can name it anything you want. I'll name it GitHub Actions deployment. Next thing that we need is the image name. The image name with which the image will be created. So you can create image and you can give GitHub Actions GKE-image. So these are the environment variables that we will be requiring. You can provide one more variable if you want to provide a specific tag to your image that is created. We'll see what this tag is. So for our case, I'll just give it 1.0.0, or you can leave and use GitHub SHA or the SHA that is every time created. So this is the GitHub SHA that is created every time you commit. So here you can see this is the SHA that is created. So you can use this or you can use this tag. So I'll go ahead with the tag as it's easier to maintain the versions. It's better way to maintain the versions. So if you want to fall back to any particular version, you can use tags and you can use that image to fall back to that particular version. So this is the first version that we will be releasing. So the name will be tag. So now the next thing that we need to do is set up jobs. So the jobs are the actual work that the workflow does. So we'll say jobs, and the job name will be setup, build, push, deploy, publish and deploy. This is the workflow or the job name that we are setting up for our case. So the next will be the name of the job, basically, if you want to say that, the overall name of the process. So it will be setup, build, publish and deploy. So this is the name, and it runs on is the parameter that is required. Runs on. So runs on, we need to specify the image or the OS you want this workflow to run on. So for our case, it will be Ubuntu latest. So it will automatically pull the latest image that it has from the Ubuntu or its own repository. So after this, we need to specify the actual jobs or the actual steps that we want to do. So for that, we'll say steps, and these are the steps that we want it to carry out. So the first step will be, we'll provide it a name saying check out repository, and the name is checkout repository. So the action that we want to do is we want to get our repository into this GitHub, into this actions workflow. So we'll say uses actions slash checkout @v2. So this will this is a action, or this is an action predefined by GitHub, which uses the repository that you have created and checks it out to the given machine where this job will actually run on. So this is how you specify a step. So it is if it is a single step, then this much is enough, but steps are a list of arrays. So you need to provide an array notification for this. So hyphen specifies the array. So the next thing that we want is, so its name will be 2. So this is where we will be setting up our JDK or our Java development environment to build our image. So we want to build the image first, and only if it builds we want to publish it. So if it fails on build, that means there's some issue with the image. So you don't want it to be published until unless it's built. You can add for test cases also. We are not doing that, but the steps are as simple as these only. You just need to add those that one command that is used to run the tests. So that is maven clean package, and it will start all the test cases also. So we will name this as setup JDK 1.8. So it will use actions slash setup java @1. After we define uses, we need to specify few more parameters that it will be using. So the first parameter, to define any parameter or specific conditions, we write with clause, and inside with we want the Java version to be 1.8, the server ID is by default GitHub, and the settings path is the workspace GitHub that we have defined here. So this is how you set up JDK. So the next step is to build the image. So to build, again we'll give it a name, and the name will be build with Maven, as it is a Maven repository. So build with Maven will be our name for this action, and for this we don't want to use anything or we don't want to get anything, we want to execute. So to execute we write run. For our execution we just give the command that we want to run here. So the build command that we will be using is maven clean package -d skip tests dot d skip tests. That's it. So this will skip all any test cases that are there. So you can see in test repository there are few test cases that Spring Boot generates for us. So they might cause issue while building. So we want to skip these tests. So this is the command to build it. So if this command fails, it won't go to the further steps. So the next step is to set up our Google Cloud CLI. So the name will be setup Google Cloud CLI. So we will be setting up the Google Cloud's command interface lineup so that we can use GitHub, Google's command line interface to execute the Docker image pushing, as we will be pushing everything to Google Container Registry for the images, and then we will be deploying that particular image onto the Kubernetes engine. So for this we specify the name, and here it uses the following line. Let me just grab this, and it uses Google Cloud Platform, GitHub Actions, and setup Google Cloud @1.3. 0.1.3 is the version that we are using. So once this is done, we want to provide an environment variable named actions allow unsecure commands. So this is a deprecation. It's not actually recommended to be used, but this is some issue that many people face while using this GitHub CLI. So for now we'll let it be like this, as it's not unsafe or anything, it's just that it prints out everything. So if you have any secrets that you are printing out, that should not be printed to the actual console, it should just be logged. So if you write this command, it will be printed to your console also and your log. So for our case we don't have any printing, so we don't like it is as good as not writing it false, but it's something that blocks the whole process. So this is one thing that we need, and the other thing is that we need to provide it the service account that we will be using. So the service account key that we have is the key that we have defined earlier. So that key that we have defined in the repository GitHub secrets. So we'll get it from there, secrets secrets dot the name that we had given was, we can check it here, our secrets, and we can check the name that we had provided, GKE SA key. So this is the service account key that we will be using, and we need to provide the project ID. So the project ID is nothing but the same secrets dot GKE underscore project. So this is directly where we are grabbing the project secret and the SA key that we will be using. So the next step is to configure Docker. So again, we'll give it a name, which will be configure Docker. So here we will be configuring the Docker image. So we have a simple command that, let me grab it. So with this run command, it will authenticate the Docker and it will configure the Docker for us. So this is just the configuration of Docker of GitHub Cloud, the Google Cloud Docker configuration. So the next step that we want is to get the GKE credentials from the Google Cloud. So we want to get the credentials, get GKE credentials, which will be used for further processing. So to get GKE credentials, we again have a simple command that will work for us. So I'll just paste it here. So run Google Cloud Container Clusters get credential, where the cluster name is this. This cluster name we have defined here, and the zone is here. So this will help us connect to the actual container, the actual cluster that we have created in our Google Cloud. So the next step is to build the Docker image. So again, we'll name it build Docker image, and to build our Docker image, we have a simple command that we will be using, and this is the command. So for our case, we won't be providing any passwords and we don't have any build arc. So all we need to do is we need to call docker build tag and the project ID and the image and the tag. So gcr.io, it will create those tags and your project name based on the project name. So here is where you have given the project ID. So this project ID and the image name and the tag version will be used to create the Docker image. Once your Docker image is created successfully, you need to publish this Docker image to the Google Container Registry. So we'll say publish Docker image to GCR, Google Container Registry. And this is again a simple command which I'll just grab. And we want to give Docker push our image which we have just created here. So the next step will be to set up customize. So setting up customize requires knowledge of few other things. So that we will be seeing in next video. So for this video, we have created a workflow and we have set up the workflow to run on branch main whenever there is a push trigger, and we have set up our jobs. So the job steps contain checkout repository, which will get the repository into our machine, GitHub machine, where the job is actually running. Then we set up our JDK. Then we build the whole Java application using Maven Clean package. This is able to run because we have already fetched our repository from Git checkout repository. The next step will be to set up Google Cloud CLI. Here we provide the URL to download the image which will be used to execute the cloud console lines. So then we do is configure Docker, get the Google Kubernetes engine credentials, build the Docker image and publish it to GCR. So the remaining step is to set up Kustomize and use Kustomize to actually deploy the image that we have pushed to Google Kubernetes engine or Google Kubernetes cluster that we have created. So that we will be seeing in the next video. So that's it for this video. See you in the next one.